In ASP.NET MVC, we have an attribute called authorize. Well, more accurately, we call it a filter. A filter can be applied to an action, and it will be called by the MVC framework before and after that action or its result are executed. So when we apply this attribute to an action, before the action is executed, the attribute will check if the current user is logged in or not. If not, it will redirect the user to the login page. So here I've got customer's controller open. I'm going to apply this attribute to the index action. Now you don't have to type this, just watch what I'm doing. Authorize. Now I'm going to run the application and navigate to the list of customers. So we are redirected to the login page. And look at the URL. Here we have a query string parameter, return URL, which shows where we will be taken to once we successfully log in. So in this case, %2f is the URL encoded of /. So once we successfully log in here, we'll be redirected to /customers. Now, if I remove this attribute here and apply it on the controller, it will be the same as applying it to all actions in this controller. We can also apply this attribute globally. So it will be applied to all controllers and their actions. Now, this is the best practice if most of your application functionality should be protected from anonymous users. This way, when you create a new controller or a new action, you don't have to remember to use this attribute. Now, in case of our application, because we're going to protect most of the application from anonymous users, I'm going to apply this attribute or this filter globally. So delete here. Now, let's go to Solution Explorer, app_start, open up filter config. Here we can register global filters. You can see we already have a global filter called handle error attribute. This filter redirects the user to an error page when an action throws an exception. We're going to look at this later in the course. Now I'm going to add this authorize attribute to the filters collection. So filters.add new authorize attribute. Let's run the application. You can see we can't even get to the home page. So this is very restrictive. Now let's say we want to make the home page accessible to anonymous users. So let's go to home controller. We can apply another attribute here, allow anonymous. Again, you can apply it on the controller or one or more of its actions. Let's run the application again. Okay, now the home page is accessible to everyone, but if I go to customers or movies, I have to log in first. Next, I'm going to show you how to restrict movie management operations to store managers.